What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with another video on The Flash Season 3. So as we all know, Guerilla Grodd is coming back like I said he would be in May before the new season even started. He was on Season 1, Season 2, so he's going to appear in Season 3. The reason we don't see Guerilla Grodd and King Shark and people like that very often is CGI is very expensive and the CW does not have a very high budget compared to movies. So obviously movies are always going to have a much greater CGI, more expensive, hence why a lot of the Legends of Tomorrow's CGI isn't that great. So the actor who actually plays Guerilla Grodd tweeted on his verified account last night saying, "More news soon when Warner Brothers unseals my lips." So it's pretty cool that they're allowing him to advertise his two-part episode special, I think it will be, even though it hasn't been aired on TV and he hasn't actually been allowed to say it. So we first met Guerilla Grodd in Season 1. I'm just going to play a little clip and I'll be back. So that was one of the first times, I'm not sure if it's the exact first time we met him, but he was in episode 21 of Season 1. Grodd lives when Star Labs and Barry were struggling to deal with Guerilla Grodd's meta mind controlling. Obviously this was a season where Harrison Wells was the Reverse Flash. He was at large. And then he reappeared again in Season 2. So let's take a look at this footage. So this was a small marginal clip from one of my favourite episodes from Season 2 of The Flash, Episode 7, Guerrilla Warfare. This was the episode when Team Flash took on Guerilla Grodd, the giant telepathic gorilla who can mind control you. Basically, they sent him to Earth 2 as Harrison Wells told him about Gorilla City on Earth 2, and they wanted him obviously to grow up with other gorillas and etc. So the reason I've showed you kind of where we met him is so if people don't know much about Guerilla Grodd, you kind of have a bit of a bearing. So where could Guerilla Grodd show up? The most likely case is they will go to Earth 2, but I don't think this is going to happen because we know he's on Earth 2. So Harrison Wells, HR from Earth 19, has mentioned Guerilla Grodd from Earth 19. Now I think this is where this case is most likely going to pop up. He will pop up on Earth 19. I don't know how, but seeing as this is a Savitar strong storyline, Savitar obviously preps Earth for his imminent arrival, so maybe Dr. Aclehmy or one of his kind of people will go to Earth 19, cause some shit, and maybe mess with Guerilla Grodd. But for Guerilla Grodd to get kind of involved, he's going to have to threaten Guerilla Grodd, threaten his tribe, just basically threaten his survival. That's the only case I can see Guerilla Grodd either teaming up with Team Flash or teaming up with Savitar. But the most likely case is, this is one theory I've had, let me know down below what you think, is maybe Guerilla Grodd's fighting the Invisible Man, which is the Flash from Earth 19, who HR has mentioned in past. Maybe he's having a fight with the Invisible Man, and maybe Savitar comes in and interrupts it. That pisses kind of Guerilla Grodd off, and that's how Guerilla Grodd gets in this massive feud. We know this is verified as we've seen screen shots that I'm not going to post here because I don't want to, but if you go on Twitter you will find them. There's some pictures of the Flash and Guerilla Grodd, obviously Guerilla Grodd CGI, so it's the actor who plays Guerilla Grodd. You can clearly see him, and this is where we see Gypsy, who is the new kind of character coming into it. But interesting whether she actually be called Gypsy, because obviously with the world we live in, Gypsy is not a kind of word that's acceptable. So will that actually be the case? Anyway, I'm sidetracking. So do you think, let me know down below how you think Gorilla Grodd's going to come into it. How is he going to come into this Savitar fight? That's most likely going to be my title, Gorilla Grodd versus Savitar versus the Flash, something like that. So I think kind of the Invisible Man, that the Flash from Earth 19, possibly having a fight with Earth 19's Gorilla Grodd. Obviously, if this is Earth 19, this will not be the same Gorilla Grodd that the Flash had a fight with on Earth 1. This will be a totally different Gorilla Grodd, let me make that clear. So that's kind of the scenario I can see it being. It would be awesome if Gorilla Grodd temporarily teamed up with the Flash to take out Savitar, but I can't see the final battle being on Earth 19. It's going to have to be in Barry's Earth, Prime Earth, because that just makes the most logical, chronological sense. But from what they did say before the season started, it will be a two-part special. CGI is going to have to be on deck because you can't have Gorilla Grodd without CGI. So I'm quite looking forward to Gorilla Grodd, as he is an amazing character who can kind of mind control you. He's very fast. As you've seen in the clip, he was quite fast for Guerilla, that Barry was actually struggling. So it's going to be so awesome. Anyways, just a short informative video about my views about Gorilla Grodd. This isn't really news, this is more about a theory about how Gorilla Grodd is going to come into play. What's he going to do with the Savitar story? Potentially he will help kind of Barry take out Savitar or weaken him or something like that. Anyway guys, I'll catch you in another video. If you want to drop a like, do it, but don't feel like you have to. I'm not one of these people who will beg for likes. But what I will say is, if you want to comment down below what you think, how Gorilla Grodd is going to come into play, that would be awesome. And I'll catch you in another video, guys. Peace.